Hi everyone, in this video we'll talk about two new functions that I came across while doing a task like last week. And these functions are called WRAPCOLS and WRAPROWS, and they actually help you divide a list of people into different columns or into different rows. As the function says, it's a wrap, so they wrap these names which are in a one vertical column or in a one horizontal row into different rows and columns. So just to show you an example, if you notice, I have a column B where I have team members of players 1 to 12. Let's say you are organizing a game and you want to divide them into teams. And you want, so there are 12 players, you want 3 teams, 4 players each. How will you do that, right? So you can just start by typing wrap calls, and the vector will be B3 to B14. You'll fix that, and how many you want to wrap in a column. Since this function is called wrap calls, so you want to wrap this vector into how many columns, sorry, in each column how many people should be there. So you want to wrap it into 4, right? And you enter. So in each column you have 4, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Now similarly with wrap rows, you have to tell the function which vector is the same. We'll fix that. And now in each row how many you need. So since I want to make a team of 3, which has I want to make 3 teams with 4 people each, and so in each row I should have 3 people, right? So I'll just add 3 and boom. And now I also have 3 teams, but now the distribution is different. Here 1 2 3 are divided in teams A, B and C, whereas in wrap calls players 1 2 3 4 were together. And if you notice closely, when you use wrap calls, it just cuts the database into 4 pieces from top to bottom, right? And when you use wrap rows, it cuts it into pieces of 3, but from left to right. So you can play around with this and understand how you can divide a big list. So this is just a representation of 12 players. If you have a list of, let's say, 500 people and you want to print a page where you have 500 names, you can probably create a column where like create 10 columns of 50 or like 5 columns of 100 people, and you can save the paper while you print those names. Now the task that I wanted to achieve was I want to randomize the teams, right? So it shouldn't be biased. But when I do use this method, I'm actually just doing a simple copy paste of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 10 11 12. This does not solve my purpose of creating a randomized team for a team activity at my office. So how do I achieve a randomized team selection on my end while using a WRAPCOLS function? For that, you don't have any functionality in the WRAPCOLS function itself. This just wraps the names that you have. What you can do is you can randomize the names you have in column B. Now how to do that? I'll just add a column, and here I'll just add randomize, right? And here I'll use a function called rand, which automatically gives me a number between 0 and 1, and I'll just close it, and I have it, and I'll just copy paste this till player 12, right? And now every time the worksheet refreshes, this function will give me a new number. Now you realize that every one of these cells has a random number in, right? So if I add a filter to this, right, and if I, let's say, filter largest to smallest, now I automatically can see, like, when I filter from largest to smallest, it recalculates it again. So this filterization would not work because the formula is still there. So what you need to do now is copy this entire vector and paste values, right? And now all the values are pasted. Now if you filter it from largest to smallest, now you'll see the values sorted from largest to smallest, and the names of the players have been randomized as well. And now if you see the WRAPCOL function, which still actually uses the vector B3 to B14, now the teams are randomized as per the Excel randomization function, and we have achieved our objective. Similarly, if you want to apply wrap rows, you can do the same thing again. We fix this, and we want 3 in each row. And here we have a different representation. So whatever you feel comfortable with, this is the way to achieve a randomization for your team activities or some parties that you want to plan. But yeah, these wrap calls function and wrappers function are pretty less known, but are really useful if you want to see an entire column in dispersed into different segments. And this might also help you in data exploration while you figure out what a data set is saying. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.